Monogam-ish contains content intended for mature audiences. The views expressed here are for entertainment purposes only. Please enjoy the show.
There was this couple. Oh, the girl was super hot. She was super nice. She was super sweet. Her partner was like not at all. He was just a lot. I was downstairs. I got jackhammered for 5 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
And then he's like, "Did you finish?" And I was like, "Please.
Stop it.
Please slide out of me and go away. I don't." And he was like, "Do you want to cuddle?" And I was like,
Please no.
"I just want to go smoke some dabs."
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so like I went up and I was just smoking and like my partner finished and he was all happy and I was like, "How was that for you?" And he was like, "Oh, it was really good. Like it was great." And I was like, "We're never doing that again."
Hi, Ishes. I'm Justina.
And I'm Kenji.
And we're Monogam-ish. We just got done doing another great episode.
I know, with Chanel B.
Oh my god, she was awesome.
Man.
So awesome. Her energy, her aura, everything about her was on point.
First time meeting her. Oh my god, you guys are going to love her.
What was awesome is she came to us. She's been a longtime fan since season 1.
Yes.
And like I said, it was meant to be.
Yes. Chanel B.
She put it out in the universe, and we were like, come on down.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we want to hear from you guys.
Yes.
We want you guys like that to come on down. So please come to our podcast. Be on our ish list, people.
Yeah.
It's Monogam-ish Podcast.com.
Don't
Right.
forget, there's a dash between the M and the I.
So on the show, she talked about how she had to do a lot of self-work. And that's something that me and Kenji right now are struggling with teaching our boys because they're teenagers and they're all about, the puppy love and the girlfriends, but they still don't really know who they are. And they're trying to figure out what they like and where they want to go and what they want to do. And that's hard to do when you're also trying to meet somebody else's needs.
Yes.
And so it was great that she, explained how she went through, and you'll hear more of this in the show. She went through therapy and she read a lot of books. And we want to be that resource for you guys.
Yes, we do.
So we like to recommend books. If you guys have books that you think we should recommend to our audience or things that can help people become the best version of themselves, because that's really the only way you can have a really successful relationship.
Absolutely.
Certain websites, if you guys have them, we definitely want to hear them.
Absolutely. We want to be your resource. So definitely reach out to us. Let us know how we can help you. But right now, grab some popcorn and a drink and enjoy the show. I'm so excited because the energy in here is already super high.
I know.
It's going to be a good night.
Me and my girl, first time today.
Yay!
Miss
Hell
Chanel
yeah.
B.
I'm
Hell
so
yeah.
excited
How you
to
doing?
be here. I'm good. How are y'all?
Good.
Good. Dude, love you already.
I
I
know.
love
Just
you
been sitting here
already.
rapping with you for the last 20 minutes. Love you.
I'm so excited to finally meet y'all in person and get to hang out.
Yeah,
you better stop.
It is so solid.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So you've been a fan.
Yes,
Since
long
the
time
beginning.
listener.
Aw,
Hell yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
we
you.
appreciate you.
Dude, y'all have helped me out with so much, just like resource-wise,
Aw.
story-wise, experience-wise. It's nice to know some of the awkward shit that happens to me
Oh,
out in the lifestyle. I am not alone.
Yes.
girl, we have so many goddamn awkward stories.
It's a lot.
Yeah, you could fill a whole episode
Right?
with
With just awkward stories.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So, yeah, we appreciate that. All of it. Fuck
Yeah.
Always.
Thank you for
God.
coming.
Yes, thank you guys so much for having me.
It's so weird. So, like, we talk about it because, we go to the ranch and stuff, and sometimes somebody will just come up out of nowhere or house parties, and they'll just be like, "Oh, my God, I love you guys." And we don't know how to take it because we just think it's like people we know, and so we're all, all right,
That
It's
happens
fucking
to me and my
hilarious.
partner too, cause like he DJs within the lifestyle, and then
Oh, shit.
I do modeling and brand ambassador and all this other like
Oh, yeah.
sub stuff. So
Oh,
it was
that's
like,
awesome.
yeah, and I make content, so it's like super. We'll be out at tracks, and like people come up and be like, "You guys are so great, we love you," and I'm like, look at him like, "Who is that?" And he'll be like, "I think it's this person." I don't know. We'll go home and I'll like look on my socials and I'll like let you know for sure. And I'm just like, oh, everyone's really nice though. Like I'm always
Right.
super open to it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell us, how did you know that you wanted to be in the lifestyle?
Oh gosh, my lifestyle journey is so crazy. So I have been with my partner for going on 9 years now.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We started out monogamous, vanilla, not in the lifestyle at all, like not really none of that. And it just got to a point in our relationship where like you get pressure. There's so much pressure to provide everything for that one person in a monogamous relationship. You have to be everything for that person. And
Right.
it's a lot. And if you can't be, like, it's so unfair to just like not let your partner have that part of their life and their wants, you know?
Right.
And it took a really long time for us to get there and realize that like I really love him and he really loves me and we want to be together, but like it's just too much pressure. Like it's just so much, and it's just like allowing other people to come into our lives and give us the things that we need and that we want that other people can't provide. It's a great balance.
That's right.
Oh, absolutely.
And
That's right.
Yeah.
There should be like not really pressure, you know, because you shouldn't
Yeah.
have pressure to like fulfill every need,
everything.
you
It's,
know,
Right.
because
it's
I can't do
hard.
that for my wife.
It's
you know,
hard
I try
being
to.
a sexy partner after you've spent the entire day working and coming home and cleaning and coming home and cooking dinner and doing laundry and doing all of these things. And when
Oh,
you
for
work,
sure.
like I was working 3 jobs at one point. So like
Holy shit.
I had Sundays off. That was my one day
Oh
off.
shit.
And like being able to be there for my boyfriend in that way was just so hard. And it was like, look, like I want to be your partner so bad, but like I can't give you the things that you need, and it's not fair of me to just like let you suffer like that. And there were things like vice versa, like there are things on both sides, you know, and we kind of were like, okay, I think we can try this. And I think, of course, you know, stereotypical dumb couple getting into the thing, we were like, let's do a triad.
Oh
Let's do
shit.
the unicorn hunting. And no, that was terrible. It didn't-
No
it
way,
didn't-
really?
We were that couple, and I fully admit I was that girl. I was like, yes, I need a third. And I had been in the lifestyle for about 6 months, and I was like, nope, I don't want to do this way. I do not like this.
Oh wow.
I don't like, we need to readjust. Because, like, of course, like, when you hear, like, when you look at poly, there's, like, not a lot of depictions of poly out there in, like, mainstream media.
Right.
Good Polly.
Yeah,
Good
good
poly.
Good
poly.
So
poly.
do you
Good poly.
consider yourself poly?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your partner?
Yeah, we're both poly.
Okay, both poly. Okay,
Mhm.
wonderful.
We started to be poly right at the beginning of the pandemic. So so COVID kind of crapped on that.
Right.
So now that everything's all over, we're like getting back out there, and yeah, we're really excited for it. And COVID really helped us grow closer, and I think it helped strengthen our relationship. That now that COVID's over and like things are opening, we can just look at each other and be like, hey, I'm going to go do this thing with this person. Is that cool? And they're like, yeah, man, go for it. Do it. And so
that's
it's like,
awesome.
it's so
Oh.
great.
Girl.
So you started monogamous
Yes.
and then kind of went lifestyle-ish.
Yeah, we were, I guess we were swingers for a while. Like, my first lifestyle event was a play party.
Okay.
Like a house party?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
wow.
Oh, yeah. It was a lot.
It was a lot. What
Oh,
was
man.
it local?
Yeah, it was local. It was here.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. I was not, I was raised very Catholic. Like my
Oh,
dad is
shit.
Mexican and my mom is French. So like we turned non-denominational after a while, but like for a while I was like raised. Like I went through catechism. I did the whole like
Confirmation.
the whole nine.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
the whole 9.
Oh
So, like,
my god.
Walking into this lifestyle party, like there was a lot of like it was like shame and guilt of like
Yeah.
looking around and just seeing people fucking everywhere.
Right.
And I was like, oh man, like, is this the decision that I made? Was this the right decision? Am I supposed to be here right now? Because I just
No
felt so
shit.
shameful. Like,
Right.
I had all that like religious bullshit ingrained that I was just like, oh, this is so wrong. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to like this. This is so taboo. And I ended up having the funnest time with everybody there.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
everybody could tell I was a newbie. And
Oh,
so,
yeah,
like,
of course.
they were like, virgin meat.
I know. Fresh meat.
Right.
Vultures
What are you
just
doing
hitting.
here?
Rah,
But
yeah.
everyone was super nice and like everyone was very welcoming, and it was a really great experience, and like it was cool to be able to go to see that side and then to go further into the lifestyle. I became a brand ambassador with company here, and getting to see the like poly side and the kink side and like all of these other little pieces that I didn't get to see at the house party. And I was like, oh man, I thought swinging was it, but like I'm looking and this poly thing over here looks like more up my alley. Like,
it's that's what we talk about, because this is like, basically like a a la carte thing.
Yeah.
You just pick and choose however you want and whatever you want,
Exactly.
whatever works for your relationship.
And it changes too. Like I
Yeah.
definitely like we've grown a lot and our dynamic has changed a lot, and it's cool to be able to just like kind of dive into different things and it's like, okay, cool, I want to go do this. Okay, cool, go do it. Got you.
Yeah.
It's just like the community has been so supportive too. It's like every time I had questions and like I wanted to learn about different kinks and different like dynamics, people were always super chill with just like explaining things to me in like a non-shameful, like, oh, you should know this. You should be, if you're going to be in the lifestyle, you need to know this. And it's just like, well, teach me. I want to know everything. I want to be kinky and freaky like y'all. Teach me your ways.
So do you think that you were naturally like that? Like, were you promiscuous growing up?
Yes. As like in high school and stuff, I definitely was like a flirty kid. I was in one relationship through middle school and high school.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that was a little iffy, and like it was such a fucked relationship. Looking back on it now, it was very toxic because he was very like, things need to go this way, missionary, that's it, like, when I'm done, it's done. And of course, in high school, like I said, my parents didn't teach me jack shit, so it was just like, okay, clearly this is the Christian way. Like, this is the way, like, this is what it's supposed to be. Like, this is, you're supposed to be a wife. You're supposed to submit. You're supposed to obey. You're supposed to, like, give things to this man that is your partner, and that's it. And, like, they don't really, there's, like, one book in the Bible that's got sex in it, and it's, like, this big, you know? So it's just, like, there's not a lot. So it was just, like, so bad. And when I got into college, I was like, man, I can just kind of go out there and be a hoe now, and that was fun for a while. And yeah,
I mean, you sort of find yourself doing that shit.
Yeah.
Everyone
so
has their hoe phase.
Yeah.
Would you say that your sex education was trial by error?
It was, like, porn is terrible. I'm not going to say you should use porn as sex education, period, like, but that was all I had. I didn't get, like, a sex ed book. Like, I wasn't taught about pleasure or any of these things, so it was just, like, I looked at porn, and I was like, okay, this is what you need to do to please your man, and, like, it wasn't even ever considered in my brain that it needed to be reciprocal and that I needed to be enjoying it as well. I just saw it as, like, you needed to get this done and, like, do it.
Like a sex doll, basically?
Kind of, but more of, like, I don't want to say, like, handmaidsy, but, like, kind of like Handmaid's Tale. Like,
almost like a chore. Like, you gotta make dinner and you gotta fuck later.
Yeah,
like it was your responsibility.
It just needs to be done. Like, that's what is expected, and then it's done, and then you can go about your day and do whatever the fuck else you needed to do.
And you got, like, no pleasure from it?
No, he was horrible. It was so bad.
Wow.
It was like
It's just like
it's
just like our last episode. It's the patriarchal teachings.
We have this clip that you were gonna read later.
Yeah.
Okay, and
We'll show it to you.
We got it from a couple right before you, and oh my god, it explains that to a fucking T. It is amazing.
Yes,
and we got it from an older gentleman.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was on our previous episode.
Yes, he was.
Ken and Danielle.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
New Age Hef.
Yes.
Yay. Yes.
But it's the same exact thing that he was explaining in there, and it's to a T what you went through. You thought it was your obligation, your duty as a woman to take care of your man.
Yeah, it, like, wasn't until I was in college, like, my freshman year, that I ever even had my first orgasm, that was, like, even a thing, that I was like, oh, shit, what was that?
I want that again.
Yeah, I was like, whatever the fuck that was, do that again. Like,
so you had never even masturbated?
I had, but not anything to, like, climax. Like, I didn't know
what to do or, like, where to go with it or
I didn't know where to
anything.
stop. It just, like, I'm more, like, emotional. Like, I get, like, really built up emotions, and it's just like, let me just go. Like, get into my thoughts and my feelings for a few minutes and be done, you know? And that was it. So, like, that's what I thought it was. I mean, now it's not like that at all. God, no, that would be terrible now. But, yeah, it wasn't, like, anything. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
So, okay, so was it like just like a boyfriend thing in college, or was it like, like a random hookup or
it
something?
was
And
no, it was like a friend. It wasn't like sometimes you just have those friends that you just like nothing ever happens with, but you're really close friends, and then sometimes you get drunk and shit happens once or twice. It was like that.
Okay.
And you was just like, bam, and you go, oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you just do this to me?
Yeah, and the funny thing is now he graduated and got married and is a Jehovah's Witness living in Virginia now.
Oh my
well,
God.
at least she's gonna be pleased.
I know.
I know.
Hey.
I was like, oh man, no, that's so crazy how things work out now. And I'm just like, oh man, you were the day that I realized that things could be different, and now looking at you now, I'm like, oh man, I'm so sorry.
Damn. Role reversal.
Yeah.
So you got promiscuous in college.
I did.
Were you straight, or are you straight?
So I don't really care about the parts in between.
Okay.
I just care about personality and like
Okay.
brain.
The connection.
The connection, yeah.
Yeah.
I need sustenance.
Right.
I need to be able to have these like juicy. When I have really bad insomnia and I wake up at like 3 a.m.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Oh my
I do
God.
dabs.
How weird is
I
that,
wake up
right?
and I do dabs and I like cuddle with my cat and I like death scroll. But like sometimes you just have these friends and these people in your life that you can just like text and have these like really good conversations with 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like that's what I'm attracted to is just that like really
Sapiosexual.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm about the sustenance.
You want your brain licked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's like you.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you are in college, you're exploring, but you never tried poly or heard about when's the first time you heard anything lifestyle related?
So like I had heard about it, but I hadn't ever thought like it was ever going to be anything I was going to do.
Okay.
Just 'cause like, once again, I only saw like bad poly examples and it was like, no, I don't, that looks
Complicated.
Mm-hmm.
right, drama.
Yes.
Right, drama. Like
Ah.
I already manage a bunch of Google calendars, like I don't need any
Little
more
did you know.
conflicts. Right. And yeah, so like, and it's super weird 'cause like being monogamous, I definitely there were relationships that I was in where I was with other people while I was with this monogamous person and like vice versa. So it was like I was basically being non-monogamous, but I was doing it unethically.
Ah, there it goes.
I
We
was
talk about
doing
that a
it
lot.
unethically. I was
Right.
not doing it right.
Right.
Oh man.
So once you realize, there's a better way to do this.
And there are people that are willing to do this with you and that it's not as taboo of a thing to bring up in a relationship as like, hey, maybe we should try this.
Right.
Because there's like, I don't know, it goes back to the shame thing. Like there's so much shame that like you don't want to bring in something that like could hurt somebody else or that could cause issues. So it was like, well, do I actually want to do this? Do I really want to potentially tear apart the relationship I'm in by bringing it up? Or do I want to go unfulfilling my needs and my partner's needs and living the way that we are and happy?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
28.
You have amazing insight for a 28-year-old.
Yeah.
I get told a lot that I have an old soul.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Secretly,
I get told
like,
that same thing.
I like really hope I'm like a reincarnation of like an old wisdom, like super wise fisherman or something. I don't know, something like really mystic.
A fisherman.
Yeah, but then I keep telling people, I'm like, I would love to be reincarnated as a fat domesticated house cat that like lives in like a really nice like upper class house, who eats like the good wet food and has the like automatic litter box. Like reincarnate me as that. Like I am set.
I love
What
it.
good karma do I need to do to be that?
I
Because
love it.
I would be so set. Like,
Oh my God. You sound like
yeah.
you sound
Sound
like
like
all of our
Trish.
pets. Yeah, dude, all
I
of
was
our
going to
fucking
say
pets.
from one pussy to another.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh my gosh. So how long have you been in the lifestyle?
Oh gosh, it's like almost. I want to say like almost 4 years now,
Okay.
give or take, like 3.5, almost 4.
So your partner's not here today because
No.
he's busy with work and he had some other obligations.
Yes.
But what would you say? How would you describe that conversation? How did that go?
honestly, like, our relationship was so unhappy at that point that it was a lot of fighting and just, like, it was toxic. Like, I was toxic and petty, and he was toxic and petty. And when you put two petties, button head, not good. Petty wop all day.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And, like, even now, like, it's so funny now that we're, like, such a good team because we're petty together now, which is, like...
Instead against each other?
Oh, yeah, no, it's terrible. Like, all of our friends are like, oh, God, you guys are so petty. I'm like, dude, we had a complaint against our mailman complained against... We have a Great Dane, and he complained.
Oh.
And he said that our Great Dane was aggressive because she, like, barked on the door and, like, pushed the glass door open. But she's, like, terrified of everything. She won't So, like, we were like, we're going to go get a mailbox that barks every time you open it. And, like, we're that petty couple. It's like.
My God. Oh, my God.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a eat your words moment because our advice is if you're having problems, this is the last thing that you do. Is go into the lifestyle.
Usually it doesn't work. Like,
Right.
9 times out of 10, it doesn't work.
You are that 10th time. So,
Dude,
right.
But we also talk about every relationship is different.
Different.
Yeah.
And dude.
And your reasonings behind it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and for us, it was just like our needs weren't being met. It's not that we wanted to be spiteful. It's not that we didn't love each other. And it's not that we didn't care about each other because all of those factors were there. It was just, I can't give you everything you need and you can't give me everything I need. It wasn't ever a matter of us, like, hating each other and being spiteful and wanting to break up. Like, it was because we loved each other so much and that we were hurting ourselves to try and make the other person happy by not being our true selves. And I think having that hard conversation to the point where we both looked in the mirror and realized that was why we were the weird exception to the rule. And, like, honestly, I'm not going to sit here and say the first 6 months of the lifestyle was glamorous by any means. It was a lot of learning our dynamic and, like, laying down those boundaries and, like, how are we going to do this?
Right.
Now that we're in it, how are we going to do this? And so, like, by no means was it a smooth transition. It was not an overnight kind of thing. We worked into it. But now, like, because of it, it's like our relationship is so close now that, like, there's literally nothing that could tear us apart, I don't think.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So I want to get a little deeper.
Yeah.
So what exactly were the needs that weren't being met? Was it sexual? Was it
So
physical. Like, what was it?
it's
Mental?
a lot. So, like, it was emotional for me. I am, like, a very, like, a words of affirmation. Like, I need you to tell me that I am doing the right thing. I need you to tell me that you're proud of me. I need you to tell me, like, I didn't have that growing up.
reassure me?
Yeah. My parents worked a lot. Like, my mom worked 3 jobs. She was getting her doctorate. Like, she got her doctorate just a couple years ago. So, like, she worked 3 jobs my whole life. So she would sleep, like, 2 hours a day and then was gone, like, the rest of the day. And my dad was a firefighter. So he had overnight shifts at the firehouse.
Dude, like 4 on 3 off or something like that.
Like crazy shit. So it's like I didn't have that connection. It was a lot of, and my brother's 8 years older than me. So it's like,
Oh, damn.
So you were on your own a lot.
yeah. So and like having that age gap, like he was already moved out. So like I'm hanging out in the house doing my own thing, but I didn't get that like affirmation a lot. So as an adult, like, yeah, give it to me. I'm such a praise slut. I'm like, give it to me. I'm here for it. And he didn't have that. Like he's the opposite. He's a very physical, like, touch person, and I am not like that. And so having those separate love languages was so hard, and like not realizing how to work around that in a way that satisfied both of our needs and kept us both happy was where that break came. And it was just like, yeah, so it was really cool because like when we agreed to go into it, I got the cool emotional aspect of the need. Like I could be the little attention slut and the praise slut and like, ooh, look at these sexy pics of me. Here's my butthole. Look at it and tell me it's gorgeous. And like he could go off and like go do whatever he needed to do too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was like it was a win-win situation for us both. But it took a while for us to get into that dynamic because of course I was like, triad all the way. This is what it needs to be, and if it's not going to be like this, and if the girl's going to be catty, like I'm not in for it. And
right.
Trying to find a girl that is like, my partner and I have such different tastes, and that was the other thing that I realized. I was like, no, I cannot. Like, and it's so funny now because I'm like, man, would I date a version of me? I'm like, yeah, I'd totally fuck me and date me. And then he brings a girl that's just like me back, and I'm like, oh, she's crazy. She's crazy. I don't know if I can do this. She's so high maintenance. And I'm like, oh, I'm high maintenance. I'm like, oh, no, I can't. I just realized, like, I can't do it. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So you went through all these hiccups.
Small hiccups with really good friends. Like, we're still really good friends with everybody that we've met and encountered and partnered up with along the way. But yeah, definitely some interesting. I was like, no, can't do that. I thought I could do that, can't do that. But
Nope.
you don't know until you try.
Mm-hmm.
So you've adjusted your boundaries on the way. And so
Yes.
how do they fall now?
Now it's like we're pretty like honestly everything's fair game as long as you come and talk to us first. As long as you run it by the partner and you're like, hey, this is what I want to do. This person I want to do it with. Like, this is what's going on. Are you cool with it? It's just a simple conversation.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so do you have any extra relationships outside of each other at this point?
Not currently because of the pandemic, but now that the pandemic's lifted, we're finally able to get out more and like go explore. And we were like that and like trying to buy a house
Right.
in this
Oh.
market.
Ridiculous,
It was
right?
so bad. So it was like you were spending like 8 hours a day, looking at listings, and the next day you were spending like 3 hours looking at the houses and then putting in offers. So it was like I had no time to go out. And
My
if I
wife
wanted to
knows.
go out, I
Mhm.
didn't want to because I wanted to go home and look for houses. And when
Right.
I was out, I was like, ooh, that's a nice house. I wonder if it's for sale. I should go look. There's a sign on it. Like, damn, I wonder if this is on Zillow. Like, how do I look at this house?
Been there. It's been a
Mhm.
nightmare of a market.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
we did that. We closed in July, and it was amazing. And then we went on vacation like 12 days after we closed on our house.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys go?
So you had a busy time.
We went to Mexico.
Okay.
Temptations?
No. My parents, they moved to Texas a couple years ago. They retired, so they hadn't seen the family in a while. So they took my family, my kids, my brother's family, and his kids, and we all went out to Cancun and
Oh,
hung out in Cancun for a week.
how amazing is Cancun?
Oh, it was so solid.
Yes.
Right?
It was so
Beautiful.
solid.
We are gonna move there one day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh,
we're
yeah.
definitely honestly, we're trying to figure out the logistics of even getting a summer house because we have a Great Dane, and shipping that dog down there
Oh, would be a nightmare.
It's so expensive. I'm like, I'm at the point where like I'm ready to just get in the car and like drive through the border. Like,
Right.
she's got her
Figure out how to
shots,
get
Oh my
she's
God.
good, like
Yeah.
just drive through and call it, like, cause yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, we are. If we could, we're trying to find a way to make some sort of something happen down there. Cause yeah, we've spent
Oh,
enough
God.
time down there now that like we can
Love
go.
it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And it's a great escape. And we both work, like, we do remote stuff, both of us, usually. So it's, like, IT stuff for him, and then I do all my web stuff. So it's just, like, I can do that from a beach
Yeah. Right.
with a pina colada in my hand.
Thank you.
Yeah. So hopefully, we'll see. Once we get this house unpacked, we'll look into getting a property down there.
Nice.
Yes.
So you guys have set pretty easy boundaries for each other then at this point.
Yeah.
Did it start like that?
No. No, everything was, I mean, it was very like, it still was that same concept of, is this okay?
Mhm.
But just like personally, I said no to a lot more stuff. Like I was just a lot more uncomfortable with a lot of things back then. So I would just say no just because I wasn't comfortable. And now I'm just like, yeah, man.
I think that's probably normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I
like,
think the females tend to, and again, everybody's different. And sometimes there's females that just jump head first and they're like,
Right.
oh yeah, I'll try that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm,
Right.
oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
down.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down.
Oh, yeah.
Sign
Oh,
me
yeah.
up. And they don't say no, which is great. Slut it out. Slut ever.
Right, exactly.
Mhm.
But in the same hand, there's other times where I found that a lot of females that jump into this tend to be the ones that are a little bit more hesitant up front because it's scary for
Yeah.
us.
It's scary, and like too, like getting over the idea of like I knew I wanted to share my partner, but those initial the initial poly thoughts, like I had to get over the jealousy and the like, oh, I'm gonna get left, he's gonna go find somebody else that's gonna be way better than anything I could ever provide, and I'm gonna just get left, and he's like past however many years we've been together at that point is gonna mean shit.
Right.
And it took a lot of like self work for me to get through, and like those insecurities that I had to work through to get through to that point to be like, no, okay, cool, we're good. We got a house together
Did you go
now.
through therapy, or how did you do that?
I did a lot of therapy, a lot of reading. I read like The Ethical Slut and like a lot of I did like a lot of recommendations, just like of books and like podcasts, and like really just like working through the shadow work that was like, okay, why do I have these insecurities? Why do I feel like that? Because it's not my partner's fault. Like, my partner provides for me. He communicates with me. He loves me. So, like, it's not his fault I feel like that. So why do I feel like that? And having to go through that shadow work and come out and realize, like, oh, man, I have a fuck ton of childhood trauma. And, you know, realizing that trauma and being able to process it and go through it, just, it helped a lot. And then having friends, just like, the lifestyle is so open. And like, anytime I ever was like, I have this issue and like, I need to go and talk to somebody else about it, there's always somebody that's like, oh yeah, I did that 2 years ago and this is my experience. And like, it's just cool because you get to learn from everybody else's experiences. Like, everybody has walked so many different paths that like, you can really sit down and be like, okay, I saw that this person did it this way. Like, let me look into that. Like, maybe that's something I can do. Or like, I saw this person do this and it burned to shit. Like, clearly don't do that. Don't do that.
Hence the podcast.
Right?
It's like never-ending content.
Yeah.
Because everybody's story is so different.
Right.
I got to point out, so you broke our rule by, hey, if you ever have problems, don't jump into the lifestyle. And there was a good analogy that was said the other day. It was like, oh, if you're struggling with one kid, the answer isn't to go have another one.
Truth.
This is true.
So, and that goes same with this relationship. If you're struggling in your relationship or your marriage, usually that doesn't help to go into the lifestyle. But it sounds like you guys had that communication, that honesty, that respect, all those major components of a healthy relationship, even though you were having problems.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's really what made us work. And it was what made the conversation to even jump into the lifestyle a lot easier. Because it was like, okay, I really think that we have something here. Like, this is magical. Like, when we go out, people, like, we have random old people that will just like stop and be like, you guys are glowing. You guys have this energy about you.
That's so cool.
And it's just like, it's
we
super
hear
cool.
that same thing. You found your person. And it doesn't matter how many years go by. It doesn't matter what you go through. When you find that person, you just know it, and other people know it too.
Right.
And like you said, there's nothing in the world. There is no pussy that he could get that would make up for all the shit that we've been through.
Truth.
and all the heartache.
Yeah.
Because it is not, like you said before, it's not always easy and glamorous in the beginning.
No.
And a lot of people think, oh, you got a free pass. You're lucky.
Everything's fine. And they don't think about the emotional aspect of it. They just think about the fucking part.
Right there in the beginning.
That's
it's
all,
just like,
they
bam,
can't get their mind past that.
Right. And it's like, nope. I honestly would think that like the emotional part is an even bigger aspect than the fucking part. Because the fucking is going to happen either way.
Right.
You know, like that'll be there. But the emotional aspect of it, you have to get through that first.
Right.
For the fucking to be good fucking. Otherwise it won't be good.
So I think that because you had that base already, that love, that respect for each other, you communicated so well already, that you were that exception to the rule.
I know. Oh, yeah.
Because normally I'd be like, all right, you need to get off my show because you're contradicting everything I tell everybody.
Yeah, like usually I tell people, like, if your shit is not straight, do not do this. Because it will expose every single piece of wrong that is in your relationship.
Exactly.
And it brings it right to the fucking forefront.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's there.
It's like
it's glaring in your face.
Lighting a bomb. It's like lighting a bomb in your relationship.
Yeah.
And some people need that, and they make that mistakes, and people are going to make those mistakes. But that sucks for the regular, ongoing swingers or lifestyle people that don't want to deal with that drama.
Right. I don't want to be a part of your nonsense. I got into this to not deal with that.
Right. Exactly. Thank you. Fuck yeah.
Well, and nothing is worse too than like getting with a partner and like their partner is like into newly like, and dude. And I feel so bad for the people. Like, I'm so grateful that the people that when I first got into it, all of my friends let me make the mistakes that I made. And they let me do it with grace and
Right.
compassion, and they were like, hey, don't ever fucking do that again. It's bad. That was bad. Don't do it. And I'm like, okay, cool, you're right. That was dumb. That was real dumb. I shouldn't have done that.
And at least that they were there to tell you that at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
like, it made me feel better because, like, one of the things was, like, sometimes when we first got into lifestyle, we agreed we would never take one for the team.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I took one for the team.
Stop
Oh.
it. No, you did
I
not.
took one for the team.
What the
and
fuck?
It was really bad. It was like the
Oh.
worst.
Okay, you got to tell the story.
I
Yeah,
know.
I do.
dude.
Okay.
Oh my god. Wait.
Okay.
I think you should tell that story for fucking.
No, because this isn't
Okay.
funny, awkward, or
All right.
awesome. It's
I mean,
just
it
bad.
is. It
Cool.
is really funny in hindsight now. Like, it's so fucking funny.
Fuck
but
it. You got to do it now. Let's do
okay,
this.
so lifestyle party. We had found a play party that we were going to like pretty consistently. They do it every month, and we had been going, and like we had gotten to know most of the people that were going, and there was this couple. Oh, the girl was super hot. She was super nice. She was super sweet. Her partner was like not at all. He was just a lot. He was very awkward.
Okay.
I can't handle. I'm good with people that aren't very that are very forward. I'm a very blunt person, and I like bluntness, and I don't like pussy walking around the situation. And we had this couple over, and like we had been talking and been friends with them, for a little bit of time, and my partner and the other girl had like wanted to hook up, and at the full time, because we were so new, it was like we wanted to do full swap.
Okay.
So I
Same
was like,
room, same bed.
not same room. It was like different
Separate?
floors. Yeah,
Okay.
it was separate, and like it was like at the same time in the house party, but like not right next to each other. Like someone was
Okay.
upstairs and someone was
Interesting.
downstairs.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
I
that
don't
is
know.
interesting.
I like get weird about hearing my partner fuck, because I can hear him pleasing somebody, and I'm like, God damn.
All about that
If
conversion.
If it's not, yeah, and if it's like I'm here for it, and then I get fucking distracted because I'm like, damn, he's really getting it, and then I get caught up in it, and then I'm like, oh, I totally just like fucked up whatever is right in front of me.
Yes.
So I'm like, I can't, like, I need to go away, because like if I hear you enjoying it, I'm gonna be like rooting you on, like, yeah, fucking get it, and like I can't do that to my when I'm
Right.
fucking somebody. I can't be like, yeah, like it's
Yeah.
you
They're
know, it's like
am I doing good? No,
yeah,
he is.
right. So it's like right. So yeah, I was downstairs. I got jackhammered for 5 minutes,
Oh, fuck.
and then he's like, "Did you finish?" And I was like, "Please,
Stop it.
please slide out of me and go away. I don't." And he was like, "Do you want to cuddle?" And I was like,
Please no.
I just want to
Stop.
go smoke some dabs.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so like I went up and I was just smoking, and like my partner finished, and he was all happy, and I was like, "How was that for you?" And he was like, "Oh, it was really good. Like it was great." And I was like, "We're never doing that again. I'm not. If we did, no, never.
Okay.
I'm not. I can't take one for the team." And then I told him what happened, and he was like, "You shouldn't have done that." And I was like, I know. But,
Girl.
like, you really wanted to fuck her, and like I didn't. I was like, this is what we have to do, because at the time too, like
Yeah.
her partner was like under the idea of like, okay, if she's fucking, I'm fucking.
Oh.
So they were swingers. They weren't, they didn't have an open relationship and
Yeah.
shit
Right.
like that.
Yeah, so it was a little different, and
And some people have that rule where it's like a tit for tat type thing.
Right.
Like if you're getting it, I have to get it too.
right. So like that was their dynamic. Cool, whatever. I was willing to do it that one time.
Never again.
After that, never again. Y'all can work out your dynamic if you want to fuck him again, because I'm cool with it. But like, you gotta work shit out with your man, because I'm not ever fucking doing that again.
Right.
No. No.
And that's usually what happens when I mention problems in a relationship prior to getting into the lifestyle, is you'll find there, and I hate to put men on blast, but frequently there's women that are with men that shittily perform or don't have the right equipment to perform, and so they get into the lifestyle for that reason, but they still have that tit for tat thing.
Yeah.
So even though he hasn't had a problem, he's like, well, if you're getting other dick,
Right. And he get like some people get mad, like if your partner gets off and you don't. Like I
Right.
have seen some people get like real mad, and it's just
Yeah.
I deserve to be fucking too, and it's just like, well, go find someone to consensually fuck them, bro.
Right.
Like, if you can do it, do it. But
And
like,
if you're putting that much stress on yourself
and if
and
you're
the
trying to force
relationship,
it,
right, it's not going to happen.
ever, like the one time I have these friends, and they're some of my best friends. They are this really fucking sexy couple.
Okay.
This like real fucking, oh dude, they are so hot. Like, I love them to death. I love them to death. The one time we had talked about swapping, it didn't end up like we were fucking and we were in the process of it, and it was his birthday, and he was just like, you get fucked up and then you're fucking really good and you just get into it, and you can't even think about swapping, and you just, that's it.
Right.
That's what happened. And so like after that, like it didn't happen again because they ended up starting a family and like not doing the lifestyle thing as much.
Oh.
But oh dude, the one time I was like, I'm gonna ask them, I'm gonna try and plan this, like it's their birthday, I'm gonna invite them back to the house, like we fucking tonight, we're gonna take them out, we're gonna go out, and then we fucking, and it didn't happen. And ever since then I'm like, I'm done trying to plan, it'll happen.
No
Sexpectations.
expectations.
It'll
That's right.
happen naturally.
This
It'll
is a
just
word that's
happen
said on
naturally.
every show, I think, at
Yeah.
this point. No sexpectations. It happens.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Every time we're like, oh my God, we're going to go out on our next date with this couple, and we hit it off with them so well, and tonight's going to be the night. We have this great hotel. And
Oh God. There's been
they
quite a
bomb.
there's been a couple times that and it's like, or like everything's about to go down and shit, and like the guy's all, this has happened, like, so I don't know if I want to do this because I don't want to, like, disrespect your wife. And I'm all
consensually, if she's asking,
you're
But I'm
not
all-
disrespecting me,
I'm all-
but bend me
I'm
over,
all-
baby.
yeah.
Right. If she wants to be disrespected,
Yeah,
you go ahead
yeah,
and you do it.
I'm all,
like,
dude.
she might be into that.
I'm all, dude. You could do that. Like, it's okay. She could take it. And he's all, well, I just don't know. And da-da-da. And I'm all, dude, it's okay. Like, but I don't want to pressure you into this. Like, if like, dude, if
I don't
you're,
want you to force me.
Right,
I
right.
I don't, dude, if
Right.
you don't want to fuck, like,
It's
cool.
chill. Like, it's totally
cool,
chill.
okay? Can we
But
take
just
your wife?
know. Yeah.
He's like, no.
Right.
Oh, but
But just know, we came here for this. Like,
yeah.
Right.
I came to have my guts rearranged. Like, I knew what I was signing up for. That's why I got put in the Google Calendar so I could plan
Right.
for it.
Dude. Fuck yeah.
Plan for it.
Hey, sometimes, if you're getting your guts rearranged, no Mexican, no spicy food, you got to plan for this shit.
No
you
garlic.
Right?
Right, right.
Like,
No onions.
Yeah.
you don't know what I've gone through to get here.
Right, right.
Uh-huh.
And then it
We're
doesn't
eating
happen,
salad.
and you're like, oh, bro, I could have totally eaten Mexican food today.
I gave up.
Damn it.
You're like, I gave up fondue for this shit?
Tacos.
Oh my
tacos.
God,
It's
tacos.
always tacos,
Tacos.
for me. Tacos and like beans. I'm a sucker for Mexican
Oh,
food.
no way, really?
Yeah, I eat
Love
Mexican
it.
food like 4 or 5 days a week. Oh,
I
love
think
it. It's
Guys
Love
don't
it.
appreciate, as the females, how much we have to go through to prep for this shit.
oh yeah,
Like, literally.
oh yeah. It's a whole
Like,
thing.
it's a thing. It's days in advance of planning of, okay, I got to make sure I've cleaned up my diet. I've got to make sure I'm not eating this. I'm not drinking that. I got to make sure that I've shaved there. I've got to make
Extra hydrated.
Right.
Then my lotions are like I'm
Right.
all smooth and soft everywhere.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we go through a lot of shit for you guys.
Shit, at least I dress up.
I was about to say, I put some
Hey,
effort in that too.
That's
So
fucking
it's not
it.
just,
God
it's
damn
not
it.
one-sided
I
here.
put some fucking
Yeah,
effort.
but you guys don't have to really do the whole watch your diet thing and all
Yeah.
that part of it as
Yeah,
much.
we do. Oh, yeah,
I
we do. Oh, no. You know what, though? You do, though, because once you get a little bit older, I'm like, okay, wait a second. I can't, like, sugar it up and cereal it out, like leading up to this shit. Like, I got to fucking clean it up.
I was
know,
about to say,
more-
like 2
more
or 3
veg-
days
more-
before, I won't eat a whole lot
Yeah.
of like fatty foods. Like
Yeah,
it's all
more vegetarian
salads.
shit.
Yeah.
More vegetarian shit, like lower meat,
He does have to watch certain things, though. I got to tell you a funny story. Okay.
Oh, goddamn.
We're on vacation. We're on vacation. I don't even know if I've told the story on the show before.
Oh, my God.
I don't think
I don't
so.
even know what fucking story you're about to tell. I'm fucking...
We're just up the hill. Okay, we're just up the hill.
Oh, my God.
We're
I
in
know what story
Monarch.
you're going to tell.
Monarch had just opened up their hotel. And so, it's kind of like late stages COVID. Well, I guess we're still in COVID. So,
Yeah.
well, it's
It was like post lockdown
Right.
COVID.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
Got
You
you.
could
Okay.
start
Right.
going out to places
Yeah.
finally. in
People
your life.
people were coming out of their house like, what year is
Yes.
it?
A big ass
like,
beard.
Right.
we can go places besides the grocery store.
Yes.
Yes, it was that time. So we go up to Monarch. We're staying at the hotel up there. And we don't gamble. So
We gamble with our lives. That's why we almost have kids.
I feel that.
So I'm like, well, let's go see if we can find some shopping. So there's nothing in Blackhawk at all.
Oh, no.
So then we go up to Central City, and I haven't been up to Central City since I was like little. And we find the one store that's open, and it's like an antique, like collectible store. But it's really a cool store, okay?
Heck
So
yeah.
we spend because it's multiple levels, so we
Yeah.
spend a couple
Oh,
hours
that's
looking
super
in
cool.
there.
Oh my God. Yeah, you could get
Yeah.
lost in there. It was
Yeah.
so cool. And
Yeah.
we were the only ones in there and the only ones who fucking came in.
Right. So we're looking
Oh,
at all
hell
the cool
yeah.
shit, and they only have one thing there to eat. And if there's food anywhere, this man is gonna fucking scope it out
That's
because
me. That's me. I'm such a fat ass.
So they have these, the corn pops, like the
Yeah.
cereal.
Yeah.
Well, they're like extra big corn pops.
It's like homemade corn pops.
Yes, like homemade,
Oh.
and they're
They're caramel.
they're called puffed corn.
Yum.
And they're sweet, and that's right up his alley. He's got a sweet tooth and everything. So him and our friends buy a couple bags of this stuff. And we have reservations at a steakhouse that night, and I'm like, no, I can wait. We're usually one meal a day, not a big deal. So we get back to the hotel, and this man can't wait. He's like excited. He's like, I'm hungry. And our friend is like, oh, me too. So they bust open the first bag.
I wouldn't even have waited.
I
It would have
know.
been open in the
I know.
car.
No, see, I had to wait. I was just like, oh yeah, I gotta wait because it's going down.
So they bust open the first bag, and he just goes to town. This man's eating handfuls. And I'm like, well, he goes, oh my God, these are so good. These are so good. You got to taste these. So I have like 3 or 4 of these things. And that's all it takes. And I start almost within minutes, I start itching.
Oh, no.
And like everywhere, to the point where like I sat on my hands because I'm like, I'm having an allergic reaction to this.
No.
She looked like a crackhead.
Yes,
Oh
I was
my
like
God.
itching
Oh
all
my God.
over.
Oh my
I had
God.
like red splotches on my skin. I'm like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is not cool. I'm getting an allergic reaction to this.
No.
So he gives me a Benadryl. I sit on my hands. It passes. Okay. And now flash forward, we go to dinner, and now it's like 6 hours later. I've forgotten about it at this point.
Dude,
okay.
it's like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
Right. And by the way, since I stopped eating there, he basically tanked his bag, and then our friends opened up theirs, and he helped them tank theirs too.
Because I'm a helper.
Right. So he ate all.
He
of
was
the
just
pu-
a quality checker.
Oh,
That's
he
all.
even
Damn it.
he said, I have to eat it all because you're allergic to it. We got to
Yeah.
get rid of it.
That's absolutely. Got to get
Like,
rid of it.
Thank
Gotta
you,
get rid of it.
right?
Yeah, I will
just-
happily pay the
I know.
sacrifice for you.
I was helping you out, girl.
Right?
God, I thought
Falling
you knew.
on that
I
corn
thought you
sword
knew.
right there.
I thought you
Exactly.
knew.
So we go to dinner. We party with our friends for a while. We end up back in the hotel room. Now it's after midnight. We're, of course, getting ready to fuck. He starts going to town. I mean, we're fucking for hours.
Moving furniture.
Moving furniture.
Moving furniture.
And so, like, the 4th round, he's skull fucking me. We just learned that word on a new movie
I
this
didn't.
weekend.
I knew what the fuck it was.
Yes.
So he's skull fucking me, and he comes in my mouth, and almost instantly my throat swells,
Oh no.
and I'm like, I can't breathe. Like I'm
Oh,
having a hard time
no.
breathing, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's like maybe there's just like cum that's like
Right.
blocking my
Bubbles,
airway.
like cum
Yeah.
I
bubbles
need
and
water.
shit. Right.
I need water, and I'm drinking water. No, it's getting worse. Like, I'm starting to panic. And then I realize, like, this is an allergic reaction. Like, my neck is itching, and my throat is itching, and I'm like, oh
She's
my
like
God.
gasping for breath and shit.
Gasping
Oh,
for breath.
no.
I'm freaking out. And so he goes and pops open a liquid Benadryl and, like, shoves it in my throat, and it starts helping me, and he gives me another one, and finally it starts calming down. But it's our joke that, like, he almost killed me with his cum.
Yeah.
Because
Your puff corn
what
cum,
he ate.
man. Puff corn
Man.
cum.
Yep.
And that shit was still one of the best things I've ever eaten.
Oh, that honestly sounds like so fire. That's like right up my alley.
Yeah, see?
I'm such
He's
a
a sweet tooth.
I got a whole
dude,
mouth
me
of sweet
too.
teeth. God damn it.
Me too. I'm like, I've been on an ice cream kick recently. My poor
Oh,
partner,
thank you.
I get super baked, and I'm like, hey, I know we just had dinner, but like,
Cold Stone.
Can you drive me to Sonic?
Yes, some of their shakes.
Sonic,
yes.
please. Shakes, yeah.
Fucking A.
I'm such dude, it's so bad. I'm such a trash fox. I like eat like shit. I need to be better about it. I like plan like when I'm planning and we have our like the play nights and like when we are going out, like I know we're going on a date, like I'll eat really good the week beforehand, but yeah, other than that, like I've been trying really hard to eat better.
You should. Diet is important. And water. I'm an H2O. Drink more water.
I like, thankfully, like I will say, I was on a salad kick for the past like 2 weeks. I've been eating nothing but salads, but like since the salad kick ended, I'm like corn dogs.
Corn dogs.
Asian food. I had really good dim sum on my birthday, and I think I ate enough soup dumplings to like fill a small person.
Oh my God, I love those dumplings.
So I feel like the lifestyle makes you want to be healthier, though.
Yeah.
Because, well, A, because you're having a lot more sex, and then B, you want your stamina to last longer, so that you need to eat healthier. You end up working out more, and you want to be naked at more events.
Right.
So you want things to be like where they belong.
Yeah. Dude, making content too, like stamina and like some of the like I remember doing like I tried camming.
Okay.
For like a week. I realized I don't have the stamina or the energy to sit in front of a cam and just go for like hours and hours and hours and hours on end like some of these girls can do. Like props to girls who can sit in front of cameras for more than 2 hours because like after 2 hours I was like, I need a break. I need a nap. I need a dab.
No shit.
I need some Netflix. Where's some arts and crafts like
really?
Crossword puzzles? Yeah, dude. Like I'm not the one. I couldn't do it. And like, yeah, I was on my free cams and yeah, dude, the clients that I had on there were like, keep going, and I'm like, no, I'm
out of breath.
I'm going home now. Goodbye.
So, how long were you in the lifestyle before you started doing that?
Oh gosh, I've only been making content for like 2.5 years now.
Oh, okay.
I'd say.
So you were a COVID content maker, kind of, or just before?
It was like right before. I had been modeling with the Fox Den, and I've been doing modeling on my own. And I was like, damn, dude, I've been taking all these boudoir pics, and I haven't been making any money off of it. I've just been putting it on Instagram, just like out there to show people my work and to get other modeling gigs and get published and all this stuff. So like, I hadn't ever thought about monetizing it.
Oh.
And the girl that runs the Fox Den pulled me aside and was like, honey, there's so much quality on this that you could be making so much money if you looked into how, because like you already know marketing, you went to school for it, because like
Nice.
I have a business degree, so it's like
nice.
So it's like I know how to market, I know how to do all of these things. So she was like, if you put just a little bit of effort into it, you could do it. And so with her like encouraging words, I definitely I started getting into it, and it was really solid. I honestly don't do as much like OnlyFans stuff anymore. I do more like direct content selling and doing like I want to get more into performances this year.
Okay.
I haven't done it's been a couple years since I've done any like live performances, but I want to get back into it again. That was like really that was the fun part.
Like live performance, like burlesque or something?
Yeah, like burlesque, doing like different fetish acts, things like that. Like,
okay.
Yeah, like I've gotten to be a part of a couple different impact scenes that were done at like impact tasting scenes that were done at tracks and like demonstrations like that.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that. Like I'm super into it. I'm like, throw me up on stage and have everybody staring at me while I get like, dirty things happen to me. I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it. Like, and I can make money doing it. Like,
sign me up.
Right, like I'm gonna be there doing this stuff anyways. Getting paid is just an added bonus on top of it.
Oh, that's
right. Yes.
Yeah.
So what do you do with your business now?
So I run Pink Dane Industries. We do web design, graphic design. I work for everybody, like lifestyle, not lifestyle. I started a nonprofit in 2015 in Laos.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so I help a lot of people with like nonprofit and like mental health stuff too, recovery.
Okay.
I do like a lot of work for like web design, graphic design, event coordination stuff for that sector. And then within the lifestyle, I do like modeling, brand ambassador, I'm kind of all over the place. I do performances if they need me. I've go danced. I have done.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Everything.
I'm kind of like all over the place.
Nothing
Wherever
wrong.
you need me, I'm at. Like just having, because my partner is a DJ, so just like
Right.
he's out working some of these events till 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's
my
just
God.
like I'm gonna be there anyways.
Right.
I might as well get paid for
paid.
it.
Right.
So yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I kind of do a little bit all over. We're working on starting to throw our own events too. Hopefully
Awesome.
next year as well.
Where at?
So we live up like North Denver, kind of up near Waterworld. So we're trying to
Oh, yeah.
find
Okay.
something up that way
Gotcha.
Okay.
because there's a
Mm.
lot of lifestyle events in Denver, and then there's a lot of lifestyle events in Fort Collins. But
Ah.
there's really nothing in
the
between.
I know. We
Okay.
talk about that
We do.
so
Yeah, like I
much.
have so many friends that are kinky folks up in Longmont, and it's just like they don't have a lot of places to go.
There's
Boulder.
a couple of events, like Rocky Mountain throws
Like
their
mountain
parties.
like off 120th and I-25.
Yeah, but they
You
don't
know.
do them. I think they do them like quarterly,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
it's not very
If
often.
Yeah. See, we're trying to do more than that. We're
Yeah.
trying to do.
Right.
I'm
Once a
trying
week.
to. Yeah, I'm trying to meet people. I'm
Right.
trying to get out
I
there.
know. We were talking, if there was a place like in Thornton, it
Oh,
would
yeah.
be killing it.
Oh yeah,
Right.
solid.
Killing it.
So, because it's like half the time, like some of these parties, some of them are super far away, and it's just like they end at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's just like, I am gonna be coming down from my fuck high, and driving all of that way seems a lot. And
Right.
with the idea of like the dog, like I have pets and shit, so like getting a hotel and like doing all of these things is like
A lot of work.
Mhm.
so much extra coordination that I just
Right.
Oh my God.
I don't like doing it. So
Well,
are
just
right
like-
there with
we
you.
have a place for you.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
tell you off
Ooh.
camera.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's a
absolutely.
surprise.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But do we
Mhm.
have a place for you?
Tip me,
And for our ishes out there that want to know what we're talking about, make sure you sign up for our ish list
Yep.
on Monogam-ish Podcast. There's
Hmm.
a dash between the M and the
There
I.
you go.
All right. That was a quick little
Yeah.
plug for our website right there.
Heck yeah.
So where can people find you?
Oh gosh, I am all over the place. So Facebook I'm Chanel B. Instagram I'm ChanelB.420 because I coming from cannabis sales, I still work with like a lot of cannabis brands.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah, girl. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Yeah, so I still work with a lot of cannabis brands even though I don't do sales anymore. So ChanelB.420. You can also find me on the Foxden Ladies page.
Okay.
All one word. I'm on there. And then the fox-den.com. My model page is up there. And 95% of the Foxden events I'm at. So that's
Awesome.
another great place to find me.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank
know.
y'all so much for having me.
Love
Where are
it.
we at time-wise, Drew?
We're about 56 minutes.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nailed it.
Yay.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Appreciate you coming on, girl.
Yes, thank you
Yes.
guys so much for
Hell yeah.
having me.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Love you.
If you want more of Chanel B, you should head over to our Patreon page where you're going to hear her couch confessional. Yeah, you get to sit on the pink velvet couch and tell us all your dirty stories.
At
feel
least
like-
one of them.
I feel like nothing innocent ever starts on a couch.
No,
I
it
feel
doesn't.
like.
Nope.
It doesn't.
Especially a pink velvet one.
Right.
I
With
know.
kissy lips on
Right?
it. Like,
Yeah.
that's a
Right.
trouble couch.
Mhm.
So check out Chanel on our Patreon page and her couch confessional. Catch you later, bitches. Oh, I meant to say ishes.
Damn.
Catch you later,
Nope.
ishes.
Fuck no. You keep that shit in there. Catch you later, bitches.